Hi Cancer, this is your forecast for the month of September 2017. If you have visited me before, I want to thank you for returning, and if you are new, welcome to my channel. This is a general reading for Cancer Sun, Cancer Rising, or Cancer Moon. It might also be helpful for you to watch your rising and moon sign as well. You can join me on Facebook and Instagram for daily insights on tarot and astrology, as well as my pay-per-view channel, vimeo.com/thealchemistastrologer, and look for my on-demand page for love, finance, and other readings. Now, the underlying energy is this Fool card, so it's time for you this month to move into a new direction. You know, you're closing out some cycles. Those 210s says something is ending. And up until this point, perhaps the Four of Pentacles indicates that you've been trying to not rock that boat. You want to keep things just the same, and you've been holding on because there's a lot of intensity for things to stay just so. But the Fool is encouraging you to take that leap of faith into the unknown. This is a period of new chances, a fresh start, new opportunities, and you're going to have to make some important decisions. And if you put your mind to it, you may come up with some surprising solutions for yourself. But this is time for change, and it could be some significant and unexpected circumstances that occur that are pushing you toward gaining some greater freedom by entering a new phase of life, by removing any biases that you have, and trusting with faith that your risk is going to work out. So you may have to leave behind your past in order to do that. Now, you're not meant to just do that without putting in your thought process, using your common sense and your intuition. And the Four of Pentacles says, that you need to be very practical about how you're looking at something. So this is taking a risk based on facts, based on common sense, based on realistic goals. So whether or not you were even planning on it, because you are closing out some cycles, you are getting ready to open up some new chapter in your life. And you're going to get a chance to make some progress by opening yourself up to some possibilities, by cautiously expanding your world. And it seems that you're ready for that. You're tired of where you are. You've bottomed out on your situation, and you're ready to take on more responsibility for what makes you happy. So some of you, again, you're going to look for a new job. Maybe you're going to move house, or you're going to make some changes, whatever those may be. Maybe you're going to start some kind of study program or relationship. For some of you, it's going to be right for you to end those things. But you are going to experience the new, a new you, and you're going to have new confidence because of that. Some of you, you're going to do some travel. Maybe you're going to meet some new people that are going to be important for your future. So this is a time, if you're willing, you can put some new plans in motion. If you let go of something old, you can get something new. So this is a great time for you to connect to others, for you to introduce yourself, make new friendships, establish new acquaintances, reconnect with people if that's necessary, and connect with people who can push you forward, who can open some doors for you. Now, again, some of you are going to be stuck. You're resistant to making these changes. You don't want to move forward. Maybe you have a fear because you're very concerned about security. You know, Cancers are very territorial. They're very possessive, and security means everything. You rule the house of home. It's the base of the chart. It's that place where you want to feel safe. And so you very much need that. And sometimes it can be difficult for you to open that shell in order to take the risk. And so you may be fooling yourself about something. If you don't listen to your intuition, you may be deceiving yourself. And maybe you're even putting your effort in the wrong place, and you're working too hard in the wrong way, and you're getting exploited because of it. And so you may be trying to impress the wrong people, or maybe you're going out of your way to save somebody, especially if you're taking on some other people's obligations that don't belong to you. You may be trying to save them, and that's really not your role. So this is a month for you to be mindful of letting your impatience get the better of you, being over optimistic, taking that leap without putting in your due diligence. This is going to be a month where you are very focused on you. You want to get ahead. You want to make some gains. You want to achieve something. But in that process, you have to make sure that you're not operating with a tunnel vision where you don't see anybody else and you don't acknowledge their needs or their feelings. So this is about, taking a risk, but not being foolish. Knowing that it's necessary for you to do things in a different way, but being realistic in what the return may be, not being overly optimistic or irresponsible, or not having the foresight to see what could happen. Some of you are going to be dealing with some unexpected problems, and for some of you there's a lack of follow through because you're stuck in a rut and you're lacking perspective, and it's causing you to make some poor decisions. Now again, this is all going to be motivated by your sense of belonging, your personal security, the belief in your decisions, and trying to create some type of solid foundation for yourself. And it's also going to connect to your desire for recognition. What do you do to achieve the success that you want? And there is an element of conclusion, finality to a situation, and probably some influence of the group versus the individual. Now, there's not a lot of feeling happening. There's a lack of emotion, or somebody's being just very logical. There's only one major card, and that is this Fool. And so the Fool holds a lot of importance for you. So this is about, again, taking a risk, but not being impractical. So you're weighing up your options this month and looking over something. What is better for you? What you're getting out of something. And for some of you, you're having to juggle your finances, or you're juggling multiple responsibilities and obligations. And some of you are having to make a very important decision, and you have two options before you, two choices, perhaps two opportunities. And again, whatever it is, there's some kind of lasting impact, either for better or worse. It's going to center around either some kind of promises that have been made, either on your part or the part of others, or perhaps some kind of invitation to something. Maybe you're doing some traveling. Whatever it is, there is a situation where somebody is trying to take control of a situation. Maybe they're throwing a temper tantrum, or they're putting their foot down about something. But somebody's not paying attention. They're not recognizing that, and maybe they're rebelling against that bossiness. That's the response. They don't want that. This is a month for you to make sure that whatever plans you have are built on strong foundations. Somebody is afraid of change. Now, that could be you or another person, and then maybe there's an issue. It could even be, small change. Somebody's resistant to technology or social media or doing something a particular way. They don't want to do anything new. They don't want to try new ideas. They want to stick to what's traditional, what's conservative, the tried and true. They don't want to step out of the comfort zone. And so this is about possibly somebody that's much more comfortable being practical rather than philosophical. This is somebody that needs the proof. They need to see it to believe it. For some other people, this is going to be a need to, stop something from getting out of control, to take charge of something because somebody really doesn't understand how it works. For others of you, again, this issue of being victimized or pressured or bullied into making a decision that you're not comfortable making. Could be issues, again, of insensitivity or somebody who's under a tremendous amount of pressure and they're trying not to give into it, trying not to buckle under it, and they want to remain true to their own course. They're being pressured to move in another direction, but they want to stay their course. But in doing so, they're having to pay this very high emotional price for that. For some of you, and I hope not, this could be somebody that's staying with somebody who is abusive. And for others of you, this is about, again, some self-inflicted burdens where you're trying to prove something to yourself. And once you end up doing it, you feel like it really wasn't worth it in the end.